Hello, lovely ladies. It's Marsha Grace, your calm creativity connector, here on chilly Long Island. We got lots of wind today, and so winter hasn't left us quite yet, but I'm happy to be here, and my goal, as always, is to help you nurture your abundance mentality in your business and personal life, because they go together, right? Hand in hand. One thing affects the other, so we can't separate those two things. And this is a work that often begins by uncovering the blocks that we put up to attaining our dreams. So today I want to discuss one of those blocks, and that is the fear of success. So let me start by, I want to read you this quote from A Course in Miracles teacher, and I'm sure everybody knows her name, Marianne Williamson. She ran for president even, so hard to not know who she is. But she's a deep spiritual teacher, and she said this in her book, Return to Love. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. And she goes on, but the point here I wanted to get across is this idea of the fear of success, not of failure so much, but of success. So that's why I read that. And why is it? You know, why should we be afraid to be successful? Doesn't seem to logically make sense. Well, I think you probably are aware how difficult it is to accept change. Most of us have a hard time with change. We kind of like things, even if we're not totally ecstatically happy where we are, we kind of feel, oh, you know, this is okay. You know, I'm managing. I understand where I am. You know, I don't like surprises, so I prefer to be right where I am. And, you know, this is what the problem is, because if you want to be successful, change has to be an everyday occurrence. You have to be excited about change. You have to want change. You have to go out and seek it through learning, through making new relationships, through trying new things in your business. That's the only way you're going to succeed. So we have to really nail that, really get a sense of that resistance we have. Everybody has it. I understand that. But we want to acknowledge it, and we want to, you know, move from there. So so this business of changing is hard, and I know it can be stressful. Yes, of course, and that's why I'm here to talk about ways to deal with the stress as we make these changes so that we can be successful and happy and joyful. You know, because if you set yourself big goals, but you can't really see yourself achieving them, you know, say, oh, I want to, you know, have a business with so many employees, whatever it is, okay. But maybe you really don't see yourself, you know, being capable of dealing with that many people. So, you know, this is kind of counter. You're kind of countering your own goals. So I want to just, you know, make it clear that the first step is to actually acknowledge that, you know, that you have a fear. You have a fear of success. And let me just see if any of these statements mean anything to you. Okay, so first statement, I'm going to just read this here. I definitely, imagine you're saying this. I definitely see myself in these words, right? That I'm afraid, you know, I don't really see myself being successful. I finally know that my problem is a scarcity mindset, and I can't wait to take steps to change that so I can achieve my goals. Is that you? Or is this you? I see myself in these words and think I have a scarcity mindset, but I'm feeling bummed about that. It makes me feel worse, and I don't know if I can change. Is that you? Or how about this one? This is crazy. I have high goals and I know I can achieve them, but something's missing. Do you say that to yourself? Or this last one. This might describe me somewhat, but I don't think that it's really holding me back at all that much. That's the one in total denial. Okay, and maybe that's you. It may be hard to admit that, but if you can admit to any of these, if any of these resonate for you in any way, then you are acknowledging that fear of success is holding you back. And that's a good thing. That's a necessary thing. We can't move ahead if we're denying what's really right in front of our face, right? If you're not having the success you want, if you're not having the best relationships, if you're fighting with your kids or your husband or your, whoever it is, your wife, whatever's going on, if you are not experiencing total peace and joy 24/7, then guess what? You have a fear of success. We all have different layers and levels of it, okay? It's not a one-shot deal that, everybody's in the same category. Of course not. But if you can recognize any of these things, then great. That's the first step. So the next step, and this is my suggestion for this week for you, I like to give you something to do during this week to work on, the points that I'm trying to make here. And so what I would ask you to do is spend time exploring the lessons that you learned as a child from the grown-ups around you. What did your parents teach you about money? What did you learn about feeling confident? What were you told about how you should comport yourself? Should you be shy and retiring and only speak when spoken to, or should you? We're all different ages and come from different backgrounds, but think about these things. What did you learn? Because those are those blocks that are holding you back, very possibly. And they're so ingrained, they're so deep down in there that you're not even aware of them on a conscious level. So this is really important. It's really important that you spend the time, I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10, whatever it is, but if you can spend the time, and even better, if you can write these things down, because always, if you've heard me speak before, you've heard me say this over and over again, once you write something down, you really have to, you really made a commitment to understanding that that's the case for you and doing something about it. So, and then you have it written there, and you can look at it, and you can reflect on what you wrote, and in an even greater way. So, all right. So I'm not a psychologist, but I do care deeply, deeply, deeply about helping you, and I specialize in helping stressed out business women to achieve their goals. So, to have an abundance mindset, so that you can have everything you want in your life, and then you have your dreams answered. So that's the work. That's the work. This is over years and years of my own work, and believe me, I was that shy little retiring kid who only spoke when spoken to. So I know what that's like, and it took a lot of work to overcome those deep-seated, ingrained beliefs stemming from my childhood. So it's not going to happen in a day, most likely, but these beginning steps that we take to acknowledge and then to really get clear on what they are. For each one of us, they'll be different. What those things we learned told us then we know what we're working with, and then we can go to the next step. So tune in next week, of course, and we'll talk more about this. But if you found this helpful, please pass it on to someone else you think would benefit from it. And we have our group, this new group that I had started of Calm Creative Joyful, for busy business, the busy businesswoman. So we can speak in here, we can talk to each other, we can express our feelings and our thoughts about these issues, which would be wonderful. It's a wonderful place, and that's why I set it up. So I hope you can take advantage of that, and have a beautiful week. Enjoy the coming spring, and we have more daylight now since the clocks went ahead, and it's maybe starting to get a wee bit warmer here in the east, northeast, not the southeast where one of my girlfriends is, and lucky her, she's having in the beautiful balmy 80-degree weather, but we will have it too. So enjoy your week, stay well, and remember, everything begins with a thought. So watch those thoughts and keep them light. Bye-bye for now.